One of the most important steps in managing your money is to identify your financial goals and priorities. These are the things that you want to achieve with your money, both in the short term and in the long term. But how do you determine what your financial goals and priorities are? Here are some tips to help you. First, review your spending for the past 90 days. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going and how much you are saving or overspending. You can use a budgeting app or a spreadsheet to track your income and expenses by category. This will also help you identify any areas where you can cut back or save more. Second, understand needs versus wants. Needs are the essential expenses that you have to pay for, such as food, housing, utilities, transportation, and health care. Wants are the discretionary expenses that you can live without, such as entertainment, travel, hobbies, and shopping. You should prioritize your needs over your wants when setting your financial goals and allocating your money. Third, know what's important to you. Your financial goals and priorities should reflect your values and vision for your life. What are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? What do you want to accomplish or experience? Think about your short-term goals, within a year, medium-term goals, within 5 years, and long-term goals, beyond 5 years. Write them down and be specific about how much they will cost and when you want to achieve them. Fourth, look at your net worth. Your net worth is the difference between your assets, what you own, and your liabilities, what you owe. It measures your overall financial health and progress. You can calculate your net worth by adding up all your assets, such as cash, savings, investments, retirement accounts, home equity, etc., and subtracting all your liabilities, such as credit card debt, student loans, mortgage, car loans, etc. Your net worth should be positive and growing over time. If it's negative or stagnant, you need to work on increasing your income, reducing your debt, or both. Fifth, compare short-term and long-term goals. Some of your financial goals may conflict with each other or require trade-offs. For example, saving for a down payment on a house may delay your retirement savings or vice versa. You need to weigh the pros and cons of each goal and decide which ones are more important or urgent to you. You may also need to adjust your timeline or amount for some of your goals depending on your situation. Sixth, check your financial buffer. A financial buffer is an amount of money that you have set aside for emergencies or unexpected expenses. It can help you avoid going into debt or dipping into your savings when something goes wrong. Ideally, you should have at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in a separate savings account that is easily accessible. If you don't have a financial buffer yet, make it one of your top financial priorities to build one as soon as possible. By following these steps, you can identify your financial goals and priorities and create a plan to achieve them. Remember that your financial goals and priorities may change over time as your life circumstances change. You should review them at least once a year and update them accordingly. By doing so, you can stay on track with your money and enjoy the benefits of financial security and freedom. There are many financial services available in the market, such as banking, investing, insurance, loans, and more. But how do you know which one is right for you and your budget? In this section, we will show you how to compare different financial services and their costs and benefits. The first step is to identify your financial goals and needs. What are you trying to achieve with your money? Do you want to save for retirement, buy a house, start a business, or travel the world? How much risk are you willing to take with your investments? How much can you afford to pay in fees and interest? The second step is to research different financial service providers. You can use online tools and websites to find and compare various options based on your criteria. For example, if you are looking for a bank account, you can compare the interest rates, fees, features, and customer reviews of different banks. If you are looking for an investment advisor, you can compare their qualifications, experience, performance, and fees. The third step is to evaluate each option carefully. Read through the list of questions and identify the ones most important to you. Make notes about how each service provider addresses these questions. Some of the questions you may want to ask are: what are the benefits of using this service? How will it help me achieve my goals? What are the costs of using this service? How much will I pay in fees, interest, commissions, or taxes? What are the risks of using this service? How much can I lose if things go wrong? What are the alternatives to using this service? Are there other options that offer similar or better value? What are the reviews and ratings of this service? What do other customers say about their experience? The fourth step is to compare the options and pick the one that best meets your needs. Create a comparison list in which you write down the pros and cons of each service provider. This will help you see clearly which service best matches your specific needs. You can also use a scoring system or a ranking method to weigh the different factors and make a decision. Remember that there is no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to financial services. You have to find the one that suits your personal situation and preferences. You may also need to use more than one service depending on your goals and needs. For example, you may need a bank account for your daily transactions, an investment account for your long-term savings, and an insurance policy for your protection. By following these steps, you can compare different financial services and their costs and benefits. This will help you make informed choices and manage your money wisely. One of the most important aspects of indulging in financial services without spoiling your budget is managing your spending and savings habits. In this section, we will share some tips and strategies to help you spend less and save more, so you can achieve your financial goals and enjoy the benefits of financial services. The first step is to automate your good habits. By setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account each month, you can save money without any additional work on your part. This technique can be especially useful when your savings accounts are dedicated to specific goals, such as establishing an emergency fund, going on a vacation, or building a down payment. You can also use apps like Digit or Capital to transfer small amounts from your checking account to a separate savings account for you. That way, you don't have to spend time or energy thinking about making a transfer. The second step is to know where your money goes. Develop an accurate picture of what you're spending money on now, and what you'd rather spend money on later. You can use a budget app or a spreadsheet to track your monthly expenses and income, and categorize them into needs, wants, and savings/debts. This will help you identify areas where you can cut back or adjust your spending habits. For example, you might find that you are spending too much on eating out, entertainment, or online shopping, and decide to reduce those expenses or look for cheaper alternatives. The third step is to create a budget you can live with. Based on your spending and saving habits, set realistic and achievable goals for how much you want to spend and save each month. A common rule of thumb is the 50/30/20 budget, which allocates 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings/debts. However, you can adjust these percentages according to your personal situation and preferences. The key is to stick to your budget and review it regularly to make sure it still works for you. The fourth step is to pay off high-interest debt. If you have any credit card debt, student loans, or other forms of debt that charge high interest rates, you should prioritize paying them off as soon as possible. This will save you money in the long run and free up more cash for saving and investing. You can use strategies such as the debt snowball method, which focuses on paying off the smallest debt first, or the debt avalanche method, which focuses on paying off the highest interest rate debt first. You can also consider refinancing your mortgage or student loans if you can get a lower interest rate. By following these 4 steps, you can manage your spending and savings habits more effectively and avoid overspending or debt. This will allow you to indulge in financial services without spoiling your budget, such as opening a high-yield savings account, investing in the stock market, or buying insurance products. Remember that managing your money is not a one-time event, but a lifelong process that requires discipline and commitment. But with some planning and practice, you can make it easier and more enjoyable.